Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. This is Bookie Monsters. My name is PK. It is Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. So 124-24 today. I appreciate you guys being here. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Some of us are just starting out. Some of us have ventured out into it. Wherever you are, whatever time you are. If you're watching it live or if you're watching it later in replay, I hope you're having a good day. On Wednesdays, we look at the romances that are being set into the wild this week. Let's see. Quick announcements. No sprints tonight, but sprints tomorrow evening at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. Those will go for 2.5 hours. And then again on Saturday afternoon. Tomorrow's morning show, we will look at fantasy and science fiction. And then Friday will be our last midwinter Hist Mist show, looking at historical mystery options for that readathon that I'm hosting. Good morning, Annalise. How are you doing? How did your presentation go? I forgot to ask. Oh, need some coffee. All right. Shall we venture into our romances? This is by Robin Carr, a big name. The Friendship Club. Robin Carr, as you know, wrote the Virgin River romance series. Four women come together at a tumultuous time in their lives, forging an unbreakable bond that will leave them all forever changed. Celebrity cooking show host Marnie McGuire has seen it all. She's been married twice and widowed and divorced. Now in her mid-50s, she's single. Happily so. She just needs to convince her pregnant daughter Bella of this fact, and maybe convince herself too, especially after Marnie's efforts to humor her determined daughter result in a series of disastrous dates that somehow prompt Marnie to wonder if maybe the right man for her is still out there after all. Similarly single, Marnie's best friend and colleague is confident she's content without a man, but both older women soon find themselves leading by example as the young intern on their show appears caught in a toxic relationship, and Bella reveals her own marriage maybe isn't built to withstand the stresses of the baby on the way. Suddenly, all four women find themselves at a crossroads, each navigating the challenges of dating, marriage, loneliness, and love. Thankfully, they have each other to lean on. The realities of modern love are far from easy, but there's no better group to have in your corner than friends who will lift you up no matter what and hold fast in the face of any storm. I'm going to be closing my tabs as I hit them. Hang on, let me get rid of that. It went well, but I get so nervous. So nice to be on the sprint with you guys. Oh, I bet it went better than you think. Nerves are okay, but they're just people like you. Good morning, Mary. Happy Wednesday. Glad to be here this morning. Hope you're both well. I hope you are well too. I am doing fine. I woke up at 11:30 last night. I must have slept hard because I felt for sure it was like way later in the night, and I was really, really surprised to see it was 11:30. But then I was awake, so like awake. So I crocheted for a little bit, started cleaning a little bit, which is very unusual. And I went to bed about 2 o'clock. So now I'm tired. Wildlife by Opal Way. They're walking on the wild side. The plan was simple: find a cure for the cancer that nearly took her sister's life. Simple. They've not been working on that. But for Zoe Fong, something about the plan isn't working anymore. When a crucial tissue sample accidentally winds up in the hands of a very distracting and disarmingly handsome visitor, Zoe jumps at the chance to follow him home to retrieve it. Davy say rugged island estate is no manicured suburban park. His plan is simple: establish a legitimate animal sanctuary and embrace life as a hermit to make up for a sketchy past. Zoe invading his fortress of solitude should not, under any circumstances, be a romantic development. And yet, it's the single most invigorating week of their lives when they're able to set their many differences aside and embrace it. Stranded amid all manner of flora and fauna, including a semi domesticated cougar called Baby, steal from movies much? Davy and Zoe first have to survive the island. Then they'll need to take a leap of faith, maybe even trusting in each other to save it. I hate it when sleep patterns get mixed up. It usually happens when you sleep that hard. I have found because that happens to me like that too. Yeah, I love that sleep. It just then it's like, okay, more. I do. Fantastic. Thank you. We need to spread the word. Let's break 200. Must Love Bees by Sasha Summers, second in the Honey Acres trilogy, it looks like. Astrid Hill can calm a hive full of restless bees, but she has no idea how to make her gruff new neighbor smile. So give it up. Charlie Driver intends to hightail it out of Honey, Texas as soon as he sold his aunt's property, and Astrid worries her family's adjoining honey business may be affected. But however aloof and annoyingly attractive Charlie may be, his daughters are too adorable to ignore. Charlie would rather untangle a line of computer code than deal with people, and I get it. And stress of single parenthood isn't helping, yet Astrid has a knack for overcoming his resistance to this quirky small town and her beloved bees. What if his girl become attached, only to once again lose someone precious? Yeah, put him in a bubble. Then again, in love, the more you risk your heart, the sweeter the reward. And there's a bonus novella called Honey Ever After. That's a pretty cover. Speaking of pretty covers, I do love a romance cover that has amazing dresses on it. I'm old fashioned that way. Never Blow a Kiss: The Secret Society of Governess Spies, Book One, by Lindsay Lovis. It's a witty Victorian romance. A governess spy running away from her past falls for an ex-soldier turned railroad magnate. The utterly charming Emily Leverton has a dark past and is determined to leave it behind in her respectable new role as a governess. But when she is recruited by a secret network of governesses who spy on the Temps, it may just be a way to redeem the dark secrets of her past. Straddling the worlds of the Temps and the working class as an ex-soldier turned railroad magnate, as you do, Zach hunts killers for the Metropolitan Police by day and dutifully attends balls at night. In neither world has he met a woman with the brazenness to mock him. So when a saucy governess blows him a kiss, he is determined to catch her. Hussy. Never expecting that when he does, he will find an intelligent, quirky woman hiding more than her true name. As Zach peels back the layers of Emily's lies, he falls for the streetwise woman who handles a dagger like a pro and kisses like a mistress. But when his affair with Emily intertwines with his hunt for a killer, he discovers Emily is hiding an explosive secret, that could destroy them both. Again, gorgeous dress. That's pretty. I want to beat it. Yes. What are you making these days, Annalise? The Bookbinder's Guide to Love, Wicked Sisters, Book 1, by Catherine Garbera. A witchy, witty, wickedly sexy romance about love, books, friendship, and the unexpected connections that bind us together. Bookbinding, verb. The art of creating something magical out of fabric, leather, and paper. I agree. As a lonely foster kid, Serafina Conte sought refuge in handmaking journals and writing her wishes within their pages. Now, in the quirky New Age store she shares with her two best friends, Sarah's intentions have paid off. Her journals are in the spotlight and rumored to manifest great things. Whether it's witchy skills, real magic, or not, Sarah's finally ready to be the leading lady of her life story until her plot hits a twist. After the death of her mentor, Ford Sitwell, all the loneliness and insecurity of her past returns. The only balm is the box of antique books he left to her. But Ford's suspicious, brooding grandson, Wes, is ready to think the worst of her and get his grandfather's books back. The first part doesn't bother her. The second, forget it. Sarah won't give Wes the book so easily, but it's clear he's seeking something more, an emotional connection no book can replace. So she offers a deal. Work in her store for 6 weeks, and in return, she'll help him get closure by sharing memories of his late grandfather. Wow, that's not a thing to base a relationship on. Yes, Wes seems grumpy, but actually he's hot. Maybe kind, deep down. And when desire and vulnerability work their charms, Sarah begins to wonder if the best stories aren't the ones you intend, but the ones you take where you least expect them, where you least expect it. The breakup tour. I'm embroidering as I'm doing it while other things, and it's really relaxing, kind of reforming it. Nice. And just finished making beaded cake testers. Yes, unusual, you may say, but it's true. Hat and stick pins are next. Trying to get some Valentine's Day earrings made along with St. Patrick's Day and Easter ones. They're all coming up fast. The Breakup Tour by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. A rising star musician has a second chance at love with an old flame she remembers all too well. Riley Wynn went from a promising singer-songwriter to a superstar overnight thanks to her breakup song concept album and its unforgettable lead single. When Riley's ex-husband claims the hit song is about him, she does something she hasn't in 10 years and calls Max Harcourt her college boyfriend and the real inspiration for the song of the summer. Max hasn't spoken to Riley since their relationship ended. He's content with managing the retirement home his family owns, but it's not the life filled with music he dreamed of. When Riley asks him to go public as her songwriting muse, he agrees on one condition. He'll join her band on tour. As they perform across the country, Max and Riley start to realize that while they hit some wrong notes in the past, their future could hold incredible things, and their rekindled relationship will either last forever or go down in flames. Oh my. Ooh, his hand. Ooh, he has no shirt. Nice dress. Why are she always clothed and he's half without a shirt? For Adventures in Temptation, Book 3 in School for Scoundrels by Megan Frampton. Simeon Jones and Lady Myrtle Allen tell all the town that they are engaged to be wed, fully knowing that once the season is over, they will quietly part ways. They each have their reasons, but neither expected love to tempt them into turning a pretense into reality. Simeon Jones has a secret. He is soft-hearted. Despite his scandalous exterior, he will quietly give money to orphans. After all, he was one himself. Animals and damsels in distress. One such damsel is Lady Myrtle Allen, but it's not her funds that are lacking, but rather she needs to get to London fast. And so begins a wild adventure. First, the pair tells all the tongue that they are engaged to be wed. How else to prevent scandal once they are found together alone? They plan to carry out this deception, fully knowing that once the season is over, they will quietly part ways. But then they discover they have fallen in love, which was definitely not part of their plan. Can this scandalous man and adventurous woman turn this pretense into reality? Well, another guy losing his shirt. They did not make shirts very well back then. At least that was awesome. Like how you did this, enlarge the covers. Well, we'll do it again. Let's check out this losing the shirt. And he's tan all over. She's not minding. It Takes a Rake by Anna Bennett, third in Rogues to Lovers. She's about to face her biggest challenge yet. Since she was a girl, Miss Kitty Beckett has been adept at finding trouble, sneaking brandy, running away, and getting under the skin of the boy who, like her, was an apprentice to an architect. How could she be an apprentice to an architect? Now Kitty's a talented heiress who can take a dry building plan and breathe life into it with her pencils and paints. Also, she can spot a rake at 100 yards, and she won't be tricked or charmed into marriage, certainly not by a man who might interfere with her dreams. When Belhaven Bay announces its first ever architectural design contest, she vows to win with a little help from her childhood trust. This does not read like a historical romance. This reads like a contemporary romance set incorrectly, turning her buttoned up nemesis into a certified rake. Leo Lachlan, a hardworking architect with a gift for numbers, has returned home after a few years in London, and he has secrets. The biggest? He's been in love with Kitty since they were both apprentices. She refuses to give her heart to any man, but Leo's determined to beat the odds, even if it means learning how to be a rake. Fortunately, Kitty's willing to tutor him in the nuances of fashion, flirtation, and seduction in exchange for his help with the contest. Why not do the contest on your own merit? But the whole plan would fall apart if she knew how he felt, so he'll have to be very convincing. Let the lessons begin. Leo proves to be a surprisingly quick study in the ballroom, on the beach, and in the bedchamber. Before long, he's softening Kitty's hard edges with his wicked words and kissing his way past all her defenses. Perhaps he's a bit too skilled at teaching because her lessons are. She's a bit too skilled at teaching because her lessons are threatening to backfire, putting her closely guarded heart in grave danger. I mean, I'm assuming this is historical from the clothes and ballroom, but everything else is screaming contemporary. All That We Are Together by Alice Kellen, second in Let It Be. 3 years without even seeing him. 3 years without Axel. How do you move on from a broken heart? 3 years have passed since Axel when shattered Leah Jones' heart into a million pieces, and Leah has spent every moment of those 3 years distracting herself from the devastation. Move on, girl. She tries to move on with Landon, a guy she meets in college, but she can only truly escape thoughts of Axel when she's painting. At least one good thing has come out of all of it. Her dream of exhibiting her work is finally coming true. Axel is achingly aware every day of how much he misses Leah. The moment he learns about Leah's exhibit, Axel can't think about anything else but to go see her. Being in the same room with Leah is as beautiful and magnetic as he remembers, leaving Axel desperate and Leah breathless in his presence. He offers to be her agent. She accepts. One work trip to Paris later leaves Leah and Axel full of pent up attraction and wondering if their whirlwind romance is a forever kind of love or if it's better off left in the past. The Getaway List by Emma Lord. That's a young adult. Hang on a second. Let's jump over here first. Sabrina Jeffries, big name in romance, Accidentally His, Designing Debutantes. Book number 3. As a Viscount's heir, Rafe Wolford is obligated to take a wife someday, but she must be the right sort of wife, not too independent and not inclined to delve into his escapades as a spy. The forthright, perceptive Lady Verity is altogether the wrong choice, but Rafe's courtship is merely a ruse to discover whether Verity or anyone else associated with the elegant occasions is leaking crucial information to the French. That mission is all that matters until fate and desire intervene. After enduring one disastrous engagement, Verity won't easily open her heart again, preferring to devote herself to elegant occasions. Rafe is charming, handsome, and kisses like the very devil, but she knows he's harboring secrets. Still, when her ex-fiancé tries to ruin her reputation, Rafe offers his hand. For the sake of her family business, Verity has little choice but to accept. Yet turning this arrangement into a true marriage will require daring and trust, which neither will embrace easily, making surrender all the sweeter. How did Grandma and Grandpa get together? Well, they had to get married because he was a spy. This one is a novella or a short story, but it's by Christina Lauren, which is a big name um, in romance. First in the Improbable Meet Cute short stories, I believe, or it's like a point 0.5. We'll find out. On this is called The Exception to the Rule. On February 14th, an accidental email to a stranger opens the door to an unexpected relationship in a captivating short story by blah. One typo and a boy and a girl connect by chance. Wishing each other a happy Valentine's Day isn't the end. In fact, it becomes a friendly annual tradition with rules. No pics, no real names, nothing too personal. As years pass, the rules for their email dates are breaking and they're sharing more than they imagined, including the urge to ask, what if we actually met? Dot, 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 dot. All right, we can get back to this one. The Getaway List by Emma Lord, which is a young adult romance. The day of her high school graduation, Riley realizes two things. One, she has spent the last 4 years trying so hard to be a good kid for her mom that she has no idea who she really is anymore. And two, she has no idea what she wants because of it. The solution? Pack her bags and move to New York for the summer, because that's easy, where her childhood best friend Tom and co-creator of the Getaway List, a list of all the adventures they've wanted to do together since he moved away, will hopefully help her get in touch with her old adventurous self, because she just graduated from high school and she wants to be her old adventurous self and pave the road to a new future. Riley isn't sure what to expect from Tom, who has been distant since his famous mom's scriptwriting career pulled him away. But when Riley arrives in the city, their reconnection is as effortless as it was when they were young. She graduated from high school. She's still young, except with one unexpected complication that will pull Riley's feelings into a direction she didn't know she could take. As she, Tom, and their newfound friends work their way through the delightfully chaotic items on the getaway list, Riley learns that sometimes the biggest adventure is not one you take, but one you feel in your heart. I'm too old for those kind of stories. That is all we have time for today. The bell has rung. Hi. Oh, yeah, you could read that. That one. And there's going to be 6 in that series. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here, guys. And me too. Not interested in teenage angst. Oh, they're just so. Oh, when I was younger. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's it for today. Hope you guys have a good Wednesday. Again, no sprints tonight. Next sprints here are on Thursday, tomorrow evening at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. And I hope you are reading good books. Hope you're having a good day. And whoop, commercial. As as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Om nom nom. Have a good day. See you guys later. Have a good day and God bless.